It started as a rumor. Then came the reports. Photos. Videos. News clips. And now, it's a scientific consensus with a ticking clock. There's one animal that could completely overrun the United States within a decade. It's not a mutant or a lab escapee. It's not a secret government creation. It's something much worse, an invasive species hiding in plain sight. Meet the feral hog, also known as the wild boar, wild pig, or simply the perfect invader. The numbers are staggering. Right now, there are an estimated 6 million feral hogs in the United States. They roam across at least 35 states, and that number is growing fast. In places like Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and Florida, they've already become a crisis. But now, they're spreading north. And if their population isn't controlled, scientists warn they could double every 5 years. That means in just 10 years, we could be looking at over 20 million destructive, aggressive, and unstoppable pigs tearing across the country. So how did this happen? The story begins hundreds of years ago. Pigs were first brought to North America by European settlers in the 1500s. Some escaped farms. Others were released intentionally for hunting. Over time, domestic pigs bred with imported wild boars, and created a hybrid from hell. These animals are tough, smart, aggressive, and incredibly adaptable. They can live in forests, swamps, deserts, or even suburbs. They eat anything: roots, crops, small animals, eggs, garbage, even newborn livestock. And they reproduce at terrifying speed. A single sow can give birth to 2 litters per year, with up to 12 piglets each time. That's 24 offspring per year, from just one mother. Now multiply that by millions, and you begin to see the problem. Feral hogs are ecological bulldozers. They destroy farmland, tear through forests, and root up native vegetation. They cause an estimated $2.5 billion in damages every year, and rising. They destroy crops overnight, from corn to cotton to peanuts. They ruin irrigation systems. Tear down fences. Dig up ditches. And they don't just cost farmers money, they ruin entire livelihoods. But it gets worse. Feral hogs carry over 30 dangerous diseases and parasites. These include brucellosis, pseudorabies, and even tuberculosis. They can infect livestock, contaminate water sources, and spread illness to humans. And because they travel in large, fast-moving groups called sounders, they're nearly impossible to contain once they settle in. In the wild, very few predators can stop them. Coyotes avoid large hogs. Mountain lions can only take down juveniles. Even black bears often back off from a charging sow. And humans? We've tried trapping, shooting, poisoning, and sterilizing. But every time we kill a few hundred, a few thousand more are born. Some states have even legalized aerial hunting by helicopter to slow them down. It's expensive, dangerous, and still not enough. Feral hogs have even been seen in urban areas, digging up lawns, attacking pets, and approaching schools. In 2019, a woman in Texas was killed by a group of wild hogs outside her home. The threat is no longer rural. It's national. So why is it so hard to stop them? Because feral hogs are not just destructive, they're incredibly smart. They can detect human scent and avoid traps. They remember danger zones and teach their young how to evade hunters. They change feeding patterns to avoid detection. And their bodies are built to survive. Thick hides, sharp tusks, immense strength. Some have even developed resistance to common poisons used in wildlife control. They're basically a biological tank, with a brain. Now, scientists are raising the alarm louder than ever. A recent report from the University of Georgia warned that if nothing changes, feral hogs will spread across all 50 states within 2 decades. And within 10 years, they could become the dominant large mammal in many ecosystems, outnumbering deer, competing with bears, displacing coyotes, and reshaping the food web in ways we still don't fully understand. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has declared them one of the top ecological threats in the country. But even with this designation, funding and coordination remain slow. State laws vary wildly. Some treat them as wildlife, others as pests. There is no national strategy, only local chaos. So what can be done? Scientists say the solution must be aggressive, unified, and multi-layered. That means coordinated hunting and trapping across state borders, advanced monitoring using drones and GPS tracking, the development of species-specific sterilization programs, and public education, so people stop releasing pigs for sport or profit. It also means rethinking our approach to invasive species. Feral hogs aren't just a nuisance. They're a full-blown biological invasion. And if we don't treat them like one, we'll lose more than crops. We'll lose forests, wetlands, wildlife, and health. So, could this animal really overrun the US in 10 years? Absolutely. It's already halfway there. And the longer we wait, the harder it will be to turn back. Because these pigs don't need permission. They don't recognize borders. And they don't stop breeding just because we're behind. They are smart. They are armored. And they are coming.